In a land where cacti outnumber cell towers and the horizon stretches further than a fiber optic cable, it's time for Valley's Bits, Bytes, and Banter, the podcast that looks a bit behind the scenes of a broadband provider, takes a big bite out of the tech world, and serves up a healthy dose of banter with people in our community. And now, without further ado, here's your host, Bob Dahlstrom.
How's everybody doing today? Thank you all for tuning in to Valley's Bits, Bytes, and Banter, the podcast I do here. I'm your co-host, Bob Dahlstrom, along with my partner in crime, Ralph Score. And we have another great guest today. I want to give it a little shout out real quick, Ralph, to our intro. And to Mr. Lee Patterson, who recorded that for us for last season. The very thing, and for getting it done for this year as well.
And our guest, of course, I got our guest on TV right now, so everybody can see who
everybody
he is.
Can see who our guest is. Ooh,
that's right.
Sign in, mystery guest. We're looking forward to talking to Vance today. We'll introduce him in just a few minutes.
So
anyway. Ralph, it's been a crazy week already.
Yes, and it's going to be crazier yet.
For those that don't know, Ralph he's a man of many talents, and Ralph helped the Cochise Credit Union last night. He helps them run their virtual annual meeting, which they do here at our headquarters building in Wilcox, in our large, newly renovated large meeting room, which is like newly renovated, like our studio, which you guys might be able to see behind us. And how did that go last night?
Well, it's sort of a test for our own annual meeting. You know, we get to test out the systems and all that.
Yeah, ours is coming out first Tuesday in May.
But there's always bugs, and
always bugs.
I found over the years of 40 years of doing systems and that anytime you shut something down and take it apart and then put it back together and turn it on, you have a likelihood that something is not going to quite work right.
Yeah, it's going to be temperamental.
And it worked all really good there last night, but then when I brought everything back in here, there were a few gremlins that came up, and I had one camera that I couldn't get to come up in the system no matter what I did, and it would only come up in one place, and I went, okay, I don't understand this. It's like, is this becoming a sentient being now that is being temperamental and knows who it's talking to?
Skynet is real. It's taking over.
Like the system in here has become its own Skynet version. So, and then the graphics computer wouldn't come up. So it was just,
of course,
it was an hour of I won't say what it was, but it was,
You don't want to say what it was.
I don't want to say how it affected me.
It's that's very frustrating. It's very aggravating.
I went a little bit marine on the whole system in here just to
now
let
it works.
Yeah,
everything works great
because I cussed at it a lot.
Well, you spoke its language.
That's it. It finally understood.
Zeros and ones,
right?
You spoke.
I almost did an office space to it, but I thought, no, I can't do that because we need this equipment.
Yeah, we absolutely need this equipment going forward.
So,
it's funny you mentioned that because did you know that in the etymology of the word robot, it comes from the Czech word robota, which actually translates to forced labor or work.
Oh my goodness!
Did you know that?
That's a new one for me.
I think it should be robot.
So there you go, Vance. Now makes all the sense in the world, right?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
That is pretty crazy.
And it's funny because I was doing years and years ago, I did this bilingual orientation video for Cochise College, right? About, what happens. And I had to do this thing and I had Spanish speakers. So I couldn't say it was all about, I was trying to use the word automaton. You can't be an automaton. It was like, but they couldn't.
Automaton.
Very perfect.
So we went to robot.
I like the way Vance says it. We'll let him say it all the time from now on.
So we ended up going to robot instead because it came across. It was easier for them to get in the script.
Robot.
There you go.
Yeah.
Robot.
That's it. So it was
what
interesting.
show was that? What show was that where the dad would always say things where he'd call robots, and it'd drive everybody crazy. They'd say robots. Was that? I think it was Goldberg's.
Oh yeah,
the Goldbergs. Those dang robots.
Yeah. We used to come up with words that were very, very we would say instead of let's go eat, it was like it became one word like let's eat.
Let's eat.
And we go visit the Wisteria. instead of a rest area. Right?
Rest area.
And that's
That sounds so much fancier.
That's what we can put on our Solomud, right? Our Solomud was like a Russian hat, you know.
Oh, very nice.
I'm looking for a Solomud. You know?
And rest area.
Yeah, and a rest area.
Welcome to
And a
rest area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So
It's like Jurassic Park. I don't know. Welcome to Resteria.
Yeah. Wait, isn't that a paint?
Yeah. I think it is.
You spray this on the area that's rusted. It's called rust area.
Yeah. My bench outside has never looked better.
Yeah.
Resteria.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's about all I got for today.
One other thing I want to throw out there. Did you know digital tech is good for the environment? Did you know that? Because it is estimated that digital technology will reduce global carbon emissions by 20% by 2030.
Is that just all the Zoom meetings and not
Pretty
having
much.
to travel? Is that what it is?
I think everybody's staying at home and doing things out, not being out in the environment. So, yeah,
Hasn't been very
that's one
good.
way to look at it, right? Let's flip that.
Hasn't
lot of
been
people
very
my
good
age
for the
work from
environment,
home.
my brain.
That's true.
Yeah,
you know?
that's true.
That is very true. All right, so this is a little bit of tech trivia there, but hey guys, we want to appreciate you once more for tuning in. Thank you very much. But we're excited to get right into this, aren't we, Ralph? We're talking to our special guest. We're going to introduce Vance to you all in just a minute, but we're going to take a quick time out, and we'll be right back right after this.
Hey, are you playing Fortnite?
Yeah.
Let's go, man. I'm gonna beat you so bad.
You know I could go pro if I wanted to. You do not stand a chance. Besides, we always just play against each other.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to find more people to play with.
Hey, Valley Telecom has the Fiber Gaming Network, an online community where we can compete in tournaments and win real prizes, or just meet new gamers and participate in casual game nights.
Whoa, that's so cool. But how much does it cost?
It's actually free. Valley Telecom is providing this to their community at no charge. We just go to vtc.net/gaming and sign up.
Wow, that's so awesome. Now I can show everyone I'm the best.
Get in the game with a Fiber Gaming Network powered by Valley Telecom. Go to vtc.net/gaming to sign up today. Welcome back to Valley's Bits, Bites, and Banter. I'm your co-host, Bob Dahlstrom, along with my partner in crime, Ralph Score. Ladies and gentlemen, wherever you get your podcast, please download, share, like, subscribe to all our episodes. This is Season 2, as we're calling it. Season 1 is out there. The difference being, Season 2, we've now added video. So thank you for watching. And you can watch the video if you did not know, for those listening, because you can still get audio podcasts wherever you get your podcasts. But if you want to watch what's going on, go to our YouTube channel, search Valley Telecom Group, and you'll see the playlist there for podcasts. We do have Season 1 on there, but it's more of a static image on there.
Yeah,
for Season 1.
It's the show graphic,
Yeah.
basically.
But, I mean, we still had awesome conversations with fantastic guests for Season 1, and no less for Season 2. And we're going to do that. In fact, introducing our returning guest we had for Season 1. But ladies and gentlemen, he's the Executive Director of the Grand County Chamber of Commerce, where he serves and collaborates with the small business community in our part of Arizona. He also is part of the Grand County Fair Chair. He's a chairman, Safford Rotary Club president, and Southern Arizona Sports, Tourism, and Film Authority Tourism Chair. He's a man with many hats, and he's very, very busy, so we appreciate you taking your time today. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Vance Bryce. Vance, how are you today?
Thank you so much for having me. It's always great to see you guys. I see you out in the community all the time, everywhere.
Yeah, and this weekend, actually, we will be doing it. We'll be showing up in 2 places at once this weekend.
God.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, because not only the big event you guys have coming up, Safford Spring Festival, we'll be there as well. We'll also be out in Duncan. It's their closing ceremonies, and we sponsor a Little League team. We'll be doing a big cookout out there.
Oh, closing ceremonies for Little League.
Little League,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah,
We're cooking 500 hot dogs.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, we're so excited.
Well,
it's
awesome
a brand new
for
field.
some.
Is that Valley that's doing that, the hot dogs?
Yeah.
I might have a job for you later this year.
Oh.
We'll talk about it after the podcast.
I actually have a chef's jacket I wear
He
now.
really,
yeah.
we should have had you wear it today, just because. Show it on camera. You know?
Are these like Hebrew National, or are we talking?
These are
Low end.
Paxton Farms. These are really good Paxton Farms, all beef, 5 per pound dogs that are the best dogs I've ever found anywhere. And we
Yeah,
get them
they
with
are excellent dogs.
So I need to
Rotellas.
take like 2 hours off of Springfest
Yeah.
to get out there.
And
Come on by, yeah, man. We'll set you some aside. Ralph will put them on the grill just for you. Just set them aside.
And Rotella's Italian bakery rolls.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's
This is not homemade hot dogs. I'm telling you, these are really nice. These are really
good.
Yeah. So we're excited about that to be out there, and also excited. We'll talk a little bit about Spring Festival coming up, but yeah, I guess we could start with that, right? You're talking about the events in the Gila Valley.
Yeah. So Safford Spring Festival, powered by Sun Pumps. So Sun Pumps is a off the grid solar panel company that helps with irrigation or even just your house, your water in your off-grid house. They're headquartered right there in Safford, Arizona, and they are the presenting sponsor for the powered by sponsor, I guess I should say, for Safford Spring Festival. And it's every year, it's the fourth weekend in April, and it celebrates the wine, art, and history of Southern Arizona. And it's so fun. We have so many collaborators on it. This year there's puppies and costumes and flowers being planted from those greenhouses just north of here by Mount Graham over at Olson's Greenhouse Gardens. There's just so many partners that come together and put this on for the community, and we love it.
Yeah, it seems like they come out in droves. Like people really do want to participate. It's a fun event. It's a great event. People from the community from all over come and participate.
Yeah, and we'd love more and more people from around the state to come. That's kind of our next. We know the local community loves it. Now we want to invite the rest of Arizona to come and enjoy it.
Yeah, it's a well-established event and well-attended every year. And yeah, there's such a variety of vendors. There's the VIP tent. We always feel special for that, for the vendors to come to. Entertainment going on at the whole time. I mean, it's so big, it can't all happen in one day.
That's right. It's 2 days. It's a Friday and a Saturday. Salsa Fest is another event we do. That's the fourth weekend in September. It's a very similar format, Friday and Saturday. One of our goals is to get heads in beds over the weekend in Graham County and in surrounding areas too. And yeah, that's why we do it overnight. So we make people stay overnight. It's an economic
brilliant
thing in the background. It's a lot of fun, but there's a purpose.
Well, there's been so much growth happening right now in Graham County, in that area.
Lots
in
going
Safford,
on.
Thatcher, Central, Pima, in that area. Just crazy. I mean, like obviously lodging is a big deal. So
yeah, just last week, Town Place Suites by Marriott Thatcher opened on Thursday. They were sold out last night.
No kidding. That's awesome.
Less than a week.
That's fantastic.
A big part of that was Energy Transfer was in town.
Okay.
They're the ones building that pipeline from, I guess it's Odessa, Texas to Coolidge, Arizona.
Yeah.
And it's a gas pipeline, natural gas pipeline, and it goes through about 6 miles of Graham County. So they had a community meeting in Graham County last night and have a ton of staff in town. I'm talking like 60 people.
Wow.
And they're here today. They're here in Wilcox today. And I know this podcast will go out and it won't be today anymore, but but they're here making their rounds to have community meetings about that project.
That's fantastic. Well, there must be a lot of gas. It seems like there's a lot of construction here in Wilcox. Southwest Gas is building a new station right in town, right on the south end of town. So you didn't see it because you don't come in that direction. It's way on the other end of town. They're building one right there. It just seems like there's a lot happening.
A lot of utilities right along the I-10 corridor and a lot going on with I-10 too.
Yeah.
A lot busy time.
It really is a busy time in our neck of the woods over here in Southeast Arizona.
Highway 70 too. Totally paved, almost there. They're going to do Thatcher to Pima next. Jenny Howard, the mayor over in Thatcher, she's on the Arizona Department of Transportation board. So she's helped those projects they're on the list, but when another project kind of comes off the list, she brings it forward. So it happens faster for us. So we're really glad she's over there, and she helps out with Pinal County and the surrounding counties as well. She's that representative.
That's awesome. I mean, they even did new curbing where it needed it, upgrading it all along 70. It's great. And so many other businesses still coming in. Had new credit union open in Thatcher. Culver's is coming.
American Southwest Credit Union, Culver's. We had that big U-Haul come in. Yep. O'Reilly's built a new building. There is a lot going on. We were getting a Tesla supercharger, six stations.
Really?
In town. We're excited about that because there's the Kempton Chevrolet has a charger and a couple of the hotels, but this is a Tesla branded supercharger.
Right.
And people are more and more people are traveling that way exclusively. So we got to accommodate. those travelers.
Well, they got to fill those gaps, right?
Right.
I mean, Arizona, there's quite a bit of windshield time you can have driving between communities. So, yeah, that's got to be nerve-wracking.
Moved here from Utah, and he has a Tesla, and he needed it serviced. He just recently had a kidney transplant. So I took it down to Tucson with Kay Ekval, my coworker.
Yeah.
And we just watched that battery go down and down and down. And we're like, we've never had this experience before.
You start squirming in your seat a little bit.
Wait. And we went to one charging station and it wasn't open. And we're just like, we really need to build up the system so this is more comfortable for people. It's like watching your phone go down, except for it's your vehicle. It's different.
That would be a little different. At least, I guess maybe it's from all the years we're used to it with gas. You're used to it. It's like, oh, there's a station. We know there's going to be one coming.
Right.
Yeah, it's a little more uncertain.
Or you can walk and bring a can to your car. You can't really do that with power.
Yeah, I'm sure we've all done that. Yeah, I've definitely done that. I did that one time rolling down the hill, leaving Wilcox heading to Tucson, and I forgot to get gas. Just outside of Benson, there's that hill coming down to Benson. I coasted as long as I could, and then had to get out and hoof it on foot the rest of the way. But that was my fault. But at least that way you could go take a can, go get gas. It's not like I could grab an extension cord and start rolling it along, unless you know somebody.
Maybe they will someday have just a battery pack you grab.
There you go. Take it with you.
I don't know.
Well, that's really exciting. I mean, are there any other new possible projects on the horizon you see coming that you can talk about that are not under construction
I usually
yet?
find out when the public finds out. I'm not usually in the know. I know there's some changes downtown Safford. There's going to be some musical chairs of businesses. Okay. And I'm not sure on all the details of that even. Great Communities Resource Center, GCRC, they have that nice thrift store downtown Safford. Right. They purchased the old Dr. Rath's old property right on the highway. That's a old doctor's office right across from the Safford post office. And they're renovating that just like they have the other buildings in town. And so they're going to create a bunch of commercial spaces to rent. There's a new restaurant space, commercial kitchen they're building out just for someone to rent and put a restaurant in. So a lot of opportunity. You want to talk to Great Communities Resource Center in Safford if you want to be in downtown Safford.
And speaking of great resources, one of the other projects that's been going on for a little bit now is you guys are remodeling the chamber building.
Yes. It's been a long time project. We're a 501c6. We raise all our funds through chamber memberships and sponsorships. And then we also have a lot of support from the city of Safford, town of Thatcher, town of Pima, Graham County. But to renovate a whole building is a different project. So you're having to find funds for that. And the city of Safford totally redid our roof. It's their building that we're in. So we're grateful for that. They're going to be doing our flooring. We're going to renovate the room, kind of like you guys did here at Valley. We're hoping to have a more 21st century conference room. Yeah. I think we have the same contractor working on that. But
they were great. They did a great job.
Yeah. I've heard good things. I want to see your guys' space. That'd be cool.
We'll take you around. We'll show you, Vance.
Okay, good. And we're going to make a nice meeting space there. Any chamber member can rent out rooms in the Chamber of Commerce. That's the first step, is that community room that's used so heavily. We use it once a month for our leadership class. We use it for the nonprofit roundtable that United Way, Graham and Green, the counties, puts on. And the Arizona, what is their name? It'll come to me.
It'll come to you.
Another nonprofit. Lots of nonprofits using our space.
Well, and Reed Richards, Double R Communications, they use it for Gila Idol.
Yes, Gila Idol once a year.
We used it last year for doing some podcast episode recording.
Yeah, that's right.
So, I mean, it's just such a phenomenal. That building is a big building.
It is.
You don't realize how big it is.
Yeah, and it was built, and I think most of it donated by Heavy Owens. That's the Owens family, the owners of Safford Builder Supply. That's the Ace Hardware in town. Right. And they're coming in again to help. So it was it was her dad. It was Randa McKinney's dad that helped out with that. And now she's helping again. And the city just named a park after their family. It's really small business in southeastern Arizona. Widely, your whole service area. It's just a huge deal. It's families, generations of people putting service out to the community, and it's just awesome to work with it every day.
Well, let me ask you this too, Vance. I know there's other communities that are being planned, like neighborhoods being built, parks things like that. Does the chamber play a part in any of that on some aspect, on some level?
We definitely help with letters of support for grants. We'll go to community meetings and comment on, there's a huge pickleball lobby in Graham County.
I've heard that.
And so they're very active in making sure there's plenty of pickleball. And if you ask them, and actually if you ask me as an observer, there is still not enough pickleball. There's so many people that want to play. It's such a popular sport. People are very into it.
So the real question is, how much more business has the hospital done since they increased the pickleball?
and rehab facility.
Yeah, there you go.
I know that's
economic driver.
There you go. See, some of those ancillary businesses I get supported from something like that.
But no kidding, the hospital, they're on all pistons right now. They're opening a new pharmacy. They've expanded. They've purchased a lot of independent clinics. They do their own primary care now. They're going to have their first off-campus clinic at Eastern Arizona College.
Wow.
They are growing like crazy, and they're talking about right now a big renovation of the hospital or building a brand new hospital. So they're talking about that idea right now. And they're a level 3 trauma, which means a lot more helicopters are coming there from the surrounding areas. They are so busy building. I've done so many ribbon cuttings with them, like 6. I almost said 6, 7, and I'll go to 6, 7, or 8. We've had a ton, and they have. Speaking of events and things, they have an amazing casino night coming up in downtown Safford in the
Ooh, really?
In the Manor 415. You're gonna be able to. I don't know exactly. It's a fundraiser, so you're gambling, but the money is being raised for the new emergency room, so for the new ER, and that is May 1st. May 1st and 2nd in the Gila Valley is a wild time. There is a parade for Cinco de Mayo that the St. Rosalima Catholic Parish is putting on.
Great.
And there's a bike rally getting put on by our new brewery, Retrograde Brew and Barbecue. And they invited, there used to be this rally in Bisbee, but the Bisbee's not doing it anymore. So they're inviting these clubs to come into Safford, and we're all kind of, this is our first time we've done it, and we were a quiet town at one point. we aren't anymore. So we'll hear all those engines revving, and hopefully all the residents feel that this is a good thing. And we're excited to welcome them to Graham County for sure.
It's such an exciting time. I mean, you go to the Safford area, the Gila Valley, you can feel the energy. Just all the projects going on and everything that's happening there. It's all positive growth and things that are going on. It's awesome. It's very exciting.
And we have a really good just leadership team in the community with the managers of the municipalities, and Amanda Patterson over at United Way. She's making sure that nonprofits are getting what they need. There's just a really good group of people working in lockstep. The hospital, the co-op, Valley TeleCom, you guys are helping out with our sponsor mixer on Thursday night and making sure that happens. And it's just, you got your internet service provider, you got your CMI copy center, you got all your services. It's a great place to do business now in Safford and Thatcher Pima.
It really does. Has a lot of resources, everything you possibly need right there in the area, self-sustained, and it's just awesome people. And I want to talk a little bit more about that, Vance. When we come back, we'll talk a little bit more about maybe projects that we have going on that may tie into the chamber. And we'll talk more about that when we come back after this break. Stick around.
The endless options for streaming movies, shows, and sports can be overwhelming. Valley Telecom is here to help with Stream Now, your ultimate online reference for all things streaming. Whether you're a binge watcher or just looking for a quick episode to enjoy, we've got you covered. Discover recommendations, compare platforms, and find the best content for your favorite streaming devices. Stream Now makes it simple to get the most out of your streaming experience. Enjoy the journey of discovering your next favorite show, movie, or live event all in one place. The best part is it's free to use. Unlock the door to endless viewing possibilities by going to gostreamnow.com/VTC today.
I'm your co-host, Bob Dahlstrom. along with my partner in crime, Ralph Score. Guys, if you have any idea of a guest or topic you want us to talk about or questions for Ralph, me, or any of our guests, you can always email us at podcast@teamvtg.net. And also, don't forget to download, share, subscribe, like our podcast wherever you get your podcasts. We host ours on podbean.com or at the free app for Podbean. If you want to watch it, because now we've added video this year, you can go to our YouTube channel, search Valley Telecom Group, and find the podcast playlist under our logo, under our name, and check it out there. And we're back here in the studio talking with Vance Bryce, the executive director of the Graham County Chamber. And we were talking about, Vance, before the break, all the projects that are going on. And we're no stranger to that. We've been very busy too in that aspect. And one of the projects we have coming up, and we're so excited to get it going, is we're bringing fiber to Eden, Bryce, and Fort Thomas, very small rural communities. We're a rural internet provider, fits right in. And we're bringing fiber internet to them.
Yes, it's very exciting. I know my grandpa is 96 years old. And he lives on Safford Bryce Road. And he's going to be getting fiber, and he's actually very savvy.
Is he?
He had some pneumonia about a month ago, and he was in the hospital. And he's like, "Where's my Netflix? Where's my HBO? They don't have any streaming services."
Right on.
We talked to the hospital. Probably ought to update your TVs for these people.
Yeah, I think so. There we go. Yeah, that's
but
the
he's
next step.
on. I think he's on the satellite. What is that? The Elon Musk satellite service. Starlink.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's nothing better than being wired into fiber. There's nothing better.
That's true. And our fiber network, our little plug, is true fiber to the home. Right to the box on the side of your home.
Right. And it's unbelievable too. It's unbelievable service. There's gaps between residents out there that are miles long. And to be able to put all that in is just such a service. He grew up in the house he grew up in is next door to the house he's in. There was no plumbing when he was born in 1932. Wow.
Yeah.
And he's going to see fiber. Well, God willing,
God willing.
He's going to see fiber come in. And I think that's just an amazing, he's had an amazing view of the changes, technological changes and things coming to the Valley. And I just think that's so cool.
And then you look at the new kids today who have never known life without a screen in their hand.
Right.
Without a mobile, right there. I don't remember no internet. And people think that's kind of interesting, but I do remember before iPhone, for sure.
I remember having a fax modem. And it was it was like, okay, it was meant for faxes only. And I can remember downloading an image. This is when I first got it. And I went, ooh, 12 hours later, ooh.
50% done.
Yeah, that was it.
What's it going to be?
One line, one scan line at a time. And it'd be like, oh, look at that line. It's going across. It only took 2 minutes for one scan line, So
You're right, though. You think about that over the last century, how much things have evolved and changed. It's
incredible.
Like I said, to the point where indoor plumbing, electricity,
right?
Travel, internet, TV, all that, radio, all that stuff. That's just evolved. It's just incredible, and we're excited to be bringing it to those areas. I know that we'll have more information about that, guys, on coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, that's incredible. There's some businesses out there too. Meg's Place out in Fort Thomas. Everyone loves that restaurant.
Yeah, Meg's
so good.
It's a great place.
Lots of people moving out there too, so that'll be great. I remember we were doing letters of support for the project, and my uncle he's retired now, but he was the engineer at Graham County. So I'm Vance Bryce, and I want internet in Bryce, and I'm Michael Bryce, and I want internet in Bryce. It was getting a little like, this family really wants internet.
They started their own community in order to get internet.
So I have a question for you, Vance.
Yes.
So more people are moving out to that area. Are they commuting into Safford for work in that, or what's the scoop of that?
A lot of interest. There's some coders out there that work from home, so that's going to be great for them. There's a guy that has his own. He flies into his house. He's got he lands a little plane by his house.
Little airstrip out there.
Little airstrip.
He's not a hippie, is he? He just thinks he's flying.
No, he's not. And I think they're commuting, but there's a lot of people that work from home these days. We were saying this at the beginning.
We were.
It's saving on carbon emissions for sure.
Right.
we'd like to see in the Gila Valley a really great ecosystem, and you guys are a huge part of this, of young people being able to do whatever they want because they have fiber
Right.
anywhere in the world and live in the Gila Valley and have that quality of life.
Not moving
and be able
away.
to travel and go see new places. But the cost of living is, I mean, Arizona is, for cost of living, is getting up there for Phoenix and for Scottsdale and even Tucson. So we'd love to be an option, a less expensive option, higher quality of life, and don't have any disadvantage because you've got Valley Telecom fiber and you're just like everyone else.
Yeah, I mean, nothing is unattainable to you, right? When
That's
you have
right.
fiber, I mean, and nowadays it's considered a utility, like water, electric.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just a necessity.
I would rather lose my water than I can find water.
I mean, okay.
I have a Circle K next to my office. I would rather have our water go out.
I was going to say that sounds like an idea for another podcast. I'm going to write that down.
We'll have to ask
Vance
Ed.
looking for water.
We'll have to
That's
ask
where you go. I like that. That's a
We'll
good
ask
idea.
Ed Curry about that. You know?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we've had topics about that. Speaking of that podcast, do you listen to any other podcasts? Do you have a favorite that you like to listen to?
I love This American Life. It's one of those classic ones from WBE Chicago. I really love that. I mean, it was a show before it was a podcast, you know.
Right.
Amy Poehler has a fun one called Good Hangs.
That sounds fun.
People hanging out
and
with her.
she's hilarious. And she's like, she keeps saying on every episode, and it's hilarious. She's like, this is my job now. Like, I talk on this microphone and I talk to my friends and people pay me and they do commercials. She's like, this is the best. Like, I wake up, I roll over and I start talking in a microphone. Like,
how great is
speaking
that?
of fiber and being creative and working from home, like, of course, she got famous on Parks and Rec and a few other things. So she's able to have that audience and able to sell those
Has those
sponsorships.
connections.
But she's like, I didn't prepare for this. You guys prepared more than she does for hers. She just kind of rolls with it, and it's hilarious because she's improv. She came up in improv, so
right.
Of course
she can
she's
think
great.
like that.
Oh,
She just calls up a guest first thing in the morning, you know, and it's like,
What do you want to talk
you're
about?
on, you're on.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want to talk about? You know. What about you, Ralph? Do you have a favorite podcast?
Well, I would say Valley's Bits, Spice, and Banner. You know?
I should have referenced that one.
Not that I'm biased or anything, you know, but
They have great mugs.
It's funny because I'm still a traditional guy, even though I listen to a lot of internet radio, right? But I've always been a sports talk guy, so I tune into a lot of sports talk, whether it's Westwood One Sports or and that kind of thing. So it's not so much a podcast, but nowadays anything that's on TV or radio, as far as sports news or whatever, becomes a podcast episode.
Yeah.
That's right.
that's very
Overtime
true.
with Lee Patterson for your local sports.
Yeah. Get everything you need to know right there. Lee has got his finger on the pulse of local high school sports and college, JUCO, who also, random stuff talk about, but Eastern Arizona College women's basketball team.
Oh my gosh.
What a phenomenal year.
What a phenomenal season. And a few past seasons. Phenomenal.
Yeah.
And phenomenal coach. Good leader.
Phenomenal
National
staff.
champions this year.
Yeah.
That is so exciting.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah, they made, last 3 years in a row, they made the Final Four.
Right.
And this year they finally broke through and won it all.
And one of the coaches came and talked to our Rotary Club, and he said, we really thought we should have had it last year, so it put fire under us to actually get it, because he said, we thought we'd get it. And so when you have that behind you and you believe you can do it.
That they are walking examples, living examples of that. Just a phenomenal year.
We had like a welcome back into town with all the fire trucks and everyone.
Saw it online.
And it was funny that they got off the bus and coach was like, hey, you got finals, go home and study. It was like their season's over. Coach is still coaching.
I love it.
Yeah, it was a very cool moment where she was like, this is cool. You won the national champions. Now
get to work.
Now go to bed.
Go to bed and dream of your exams coming up.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, what about reading or watching? Or is there anything interesting you're reading now, a book or anything
I
you're
am
watching?
reading the Hail Mary Project because I want to see the movie, the Ryan Gosling movie. So you guys read any of that or The Martian or anything?
Is it Weir? No. Weir is the writer.
Weir,
yeah. Somebody was just talking to me about that the other day, and that he's a really, really great writer. He writes cinematically, which is very interesting. So
And then they pick a A-list Hollywood star, and he sells more books. Well, that's why I bought the book, because hate to watch a movie before you read the book. That's kind of my philosophy.
I agree 100%.
That's because usually the movie screws up the book.
They change it.
Yeah,
they have to change it for time, things like that.
That was me for Ender's Game because I just love that series. And then I love Harrison Ford, but it didn't work for me, the movie.
Well, that's why you've got more that they're doing series with them.
Yes.
They're turning them into a long. We've been watching on Masterpiece. We've been watching The Count of Monte Cristo lately, right? Well, if you just had a single movie with it, it would throw out so much stuff in the book. But watching the series is like you're catching every little detail that was written in the book.
Oh, I'm glad you told me about that. I love that story.
Yeah,
Such
that's great.
Sweet
it's
revenge.
And it's on PBS. Yeah, so it's on PBS. So it's,
cool.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
The American Revolution on PBS.
That's
this year
another
is
great one.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Ken
Very
Burns.
nice.
Very
Yeah.
good.
I mean, it really is with streaming and traditional TV, just a wealth of quality stuff to watch out there. Entertainment, movies, TV.
Peak TV.
It really is. It really is.
Not to mention a wasteland of stuff to watch.
That's right. And you have to, for me at least, on a budget, you go in and out of your streaming. You can't have all of them at once. Why would you do that?
That's right.
It's a wild time.
You can't?
Maybe Ralph can. Valley Telecom, you heard it first. Best salaries in the area.
No, I don't necessarily.
BTC.net/careers.
I'm sorry to say this, but my wife loves Korean police dramas.
You've told me that.
That is so niche.
I don't speak Korean, so I don't have a clue as to what to say. But the stories seem really good,
Does she speak Korean or is she reading
I think
subtitles?
she's reading subtitles. But
I was going to say, there's got to be subtitles,
I'm
right?
too tired for subtitles.
Listen, I have to read subtitles even in English.
Yeah.
I just have to
You
have
have
them.
to. Just to get something you're missing, your context you're missing.
Korean police dramas.
The story,
You're going to have to give me
the stories
titles.
are really great. The stories
What are they
really
streaming
great.
on?
She sees them on Netflix, and now when her profile comes up, right? You know how they load stuff up.
Yeah.
Half of hers are Korean police dramas that show
Oh
up
my
in
heck!
her feed.
I didn't even.
Yeah, it's a thing.
That's crazy.
It's like
a category.
It's like
I watch Law and Order
K-pop.
religiously, so now I'm excited that there's
really?
an expanded universe to my.
Now, do you watch the other ones by Dick Wolf? Do you watch the FBI series and the new
Yes.
CIA?
Organized crime and yep.
Yeah, so those are all Dick
CIA,
Wolf.
FBI.
Yeah, I'm a big Dick Wolf fan. Yeah.
SVU is my. I'm an Olivia Benson fan.
Yeah,
that's my show.
That's got some longevity.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, that's no lie. Well, before I ask you the question of the day, Vance, I do want to plug a book if you haven't read it, ladies and gentlemen. There's a new author out there. His name is R.H. Score.
Oh.
And if you have not read his book, Model Citizen, The Prague Affair, it's an excellent book. Excellent page turner.
The Prague Affair.
You can get it on Amazon. And he's never going to say it. He's never going to plug his own name. But Ralph Score, it's a great book, man. It's Ralph's book.
It's a
spy novel thriller.
It's a spy thriller.
I knew it in the title.
It really is. It's fantastic. If you like spy novels, spy thrillers, along the vein of a James Bond, the Bourne series,
the Bourne series,
things like along that line, you will love this book.
Can you get it in? I'm an old soul. Can you get it in an analog paper version?
That's what I read it in.
There's a hardcover, a paperback,
There's a
and
hardcover.
and
Good
then
for you.
there's also we're doing the audiobook right now.
Oh, no way.
And I'm researching and doing my character development for part 2.
Are you
He's working on his next book,
voicing the audiobook?
No,
yourself?
we found a female, because it's a female lead character, so I wanted a female to tell the story.
She's
I
hard
really
as
don't like
nails.
when they have male voices go, and then, have you ever heard that on an audiobook? Oh, my.
Hey, God, no.
Hold me in your arms.
If I heard that on my auditions that came into me, I would have just exploded,
Grandpa has consumption.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a little child. More food, please.
Can I have some more, sir?
Some of these audiobooks, I just don't.
We'll do our own one. I think we'll do our own
Harry
one.
Potter is doing a whole cast for their next audiobook recording. I think it might be out. And then,
well, they've got the new series.
And on
too.
HBO, they're going to do episodes like we were saying. They're going to more detail.
Yeah.
So
That's
Harry
awesome.
Potter,
Brand new
that universe just
cast.
keeps hoovering in the dough.
Daniel Radcliffe's just a little too old to play Harry anymore.
That's right. He'd have that weird voice.
That would not. That would take a little away from that for sure.
Yeah.
So R.H. Score's book, Model Citizen, The Prague Affair. Get it on Amazon. I have the hardcover. That's how I read it.
Did you have you been to any reader events where you've been able to get it signed?
I walked down the hall. And I went over to Ralph and said, Ralph, this book is amazing. Would you sign it for me, please? And he did.
I'm going to get mine signed next time. I'll have to get it, read it, and get it over to you.
There you go.
And I'm actually doing a tour this summer. I'm going to go up the coast and hit independent bookstores.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
You're going to be on Pacific Coast Highway, that coast?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Highway 1.
We're going to go all the way.
Such a fun trip.
All the way to Seattle. We're going to go up to Seattle.
Oh, holy cow.
Yeah.
That's no joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty serious about it. It's a great book.
Independent bookstores?
Yeah, that's the whole key.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
You're living the dream.
Isn't that great?
Or the nightmare.
And, we should have a whole episode, Ralph, talking about the book. But that's for another time. But anyway, I just wanted to put that out there and plug as we're talking about reading and watching things. So let's do the question of the day, Vance.
Ooh, question of the day.
If you remember this is a really interesting questions we've come up with. You have no idea what the questions are, but you do have some control. You can pick which question for us to read, to ask you. We have 4 questions. All you have to do is tell us 1 through 4. Which one would you like?
Oh, that does give me a ton of control.
Yeah, a ton, right? Doesn't it make you feel like you have control of that?
Better than 1 through 9.
I'm going to go with 3.
Question 3. What scene in a movie makes you laugh every time you watch it?
Oh, that's a good question. What scene? You know when Elf is dancing on the... he's dancing on... No, there's a problem in the mailroom. And it cuts to Will Ferrell dancing with all these mobster employees in the mailroom.
They're all
just
work release.
Yeah, and it's just and then when he's an angry elf. Just that show always makes me laugh. It's a good one.
Yeah, it's one that gets better. The more you watch it, it gets funnier the more you watch it. That's for sure. Oh, that's a good answer. I like that.
Do you guys answer that question too, or is that just for me?
We can.
I'm curious to know what you think.
Oh.
What always makes you laugh?
Put Kendall Beck. Young Frankenstein.
Young Frankenstein.
I haven't seen that.
That is one of my top 3 movies all time.
Yeah.
That is such a great movie.
I'm going to watch it and report back.
Walk this way.
Yeah.
No, this way. What hump?
Kind of like Spaceballs, Screwball on the classic.
It's a total parody of Frankenstein.
Oh yeah,
where they
funny.
used the original.
They used the set
for the very original Frankenstein, and they shot it in black and white.
Black and white.
How funny!
It's a funny movie.
Yeah, Gene Wilder wrote it. Mel Brooks directed it.
Oh, good.
Marty Feldman's in it as
Cloris Leachman, Madeline Kahn.
Yeah, Igor instead of Igor.
Mel Brooks directed Lost in America, which features Safford, Arizona, very heavily.
Yeah, very much does.
Go check that out.
Absolutely, I love that trip. Way to throw that in there. That's a great movie. It's a good movie.
We need to show it at the Safford Theater at some point.
Oh yeah, good idea. One that makes me laugh every time is, and for whatever reason, Christmas Vacation. There's a scene, and the whole movie's funny. And this is one that doesn't crack a lot of people up. But when he's putting the ladder up outside and he's getting ready to hang the lights, and there's one scene where he's up on the ladder for whatever reason, he's holding the lights, and you can see he senses something's wrong, and he drops the lights, and the ladder just slides all the way down with him on it. And he just stands there, looks around, see what he sees, all right, no one saw that. He keeps going. Every time that makes me laugh.
That's a knowing humor. You've been in similar situations.
Yeah, I was going to say something tells me that Bob, you've experienced that, haven't you?
Yeah, that's a little too familiar. Yeah, that one gets me every time. Well, we could keep talking with Vance for a long, long time, but I think we've come to the episode conclusion, the end of the episode.
Thank you so much for having me and for all you do in the community as Valley Telecom Group. It's a huge part of our community and literally connects us and makes business work. So thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Vance. You're a very big light in the community when it comes involved with the chamber, and that makes things happen. And that's not by accident. So thank you for coming in and being on our show. And thank you all for watching our latest episode of Valley's Bits, Bites, and Banter. For my co-host, Ralph Score, I'm Bob Dahlstrom. Watch for our next episode. Keep tuning in to Valley's Bits, Bites, and Banter. So long.